Okay, the camera says I'm centered, so hopefully I'm centered. Hi everyone, happy spooky season. Once again, have my coffee. I think this is the same mug I had last time. Oops, my workspace is cluttered right now. I'm doing this at my vanity. Oh shit. You're gonna hear voiceover, just let's make sure. Okay. All right. Okay, so we are here yet again with another book recommendation. Now, this book, I don't in any conceivable way. Oh, my hat's coming off. For all my blind and low vision peeps, I am wearing a pink witch hat. I have a very small head for an adult. Like child size hats and sunglasses usually still fit me. And this is the smallest version of the adult size hat I could get. And it's a little loose and my fan is kind of blowing it. But anyway, happy Halloween for those who celebrate. Harvest season, Samhain, Samhain, all the above. So anyway, this next book is, and of course the bangs are going to be a problem. Oh my God, we're just a hot mess today. Hi, beautiful people. Let's reset. This book is Gallant by V.E. Schwab or Victoria Schwab, S-C-H-W-A-B. This is a very popular writer. I think they kind of are in the YA genre, but I really enjoy YA. I think some of my favorite books, even as an adult, have been YA. But it definitely, I do not put it in the horror genre. I think it's more fantasy, definitely has gothic elements. We have a mansion, we have ghosts, we have a secret magical situation with mystical type beings going on. We have an orphan, so of course, very, very much drawing on those gothic elements. But the reason I'm going to recommend this book because it does involve ghosts and ghouls and afterlife, so definitely is fitting with the season. Again, I think I would put this more in fantasy than horror. At the very least, it's light horror. So if you're not really into super spooky, super horror type books, this definitely could be for you. I really like this. One of the reasons also I want to recommend it is that the main character is disabled. They are what often is called mute. They do not have the ability to speak verbally. There is sign language in this world, and she does use that. But as in our world, there are very few people who can sign. So she's often, very frustrated and trying to communicate with people. She of course can write, but I really enjoy that there's this very fine thread of what it is to live with a disability and mixing that into the narrative in this story that we don't often get to see. Again, particularly in fantasy and horror genres, a disabled character. So that's one of the reasons I definitely am recommending this book. Also, it's just a good story. And I'm going to say it. A lot of popular writers who can, crank out books, several in a year and just have that ability. I don't often like their writing. It's just not for me, not my cup of coffee. But this author, very well written, just great story building, world building. And there's really not even a lot of world building. It seems to be taking place in some time period that is not ours. But there are cars. modern seeming cars. So that is kind of in one clue that this isn't necessarily like early 1800s. But and no real indication of like where in the world this might be. But it is a world very much like our own, just maybe a different time period. But beyond that, when we get to the mystical, magical, monsters, ghosts, and ghouls part of the story, there's been some really interesting, details and descriptions. And I like that the descriptions and details build as the story goes on. We're not just given in one fell swoop in one chapter. This is the situation. That is all unfolding, for us as the reader as much as it is for the main characters. Adjusting the hat again. I'm never very good at describing my own writing, so I hope I'm doing a good job with other people's writing. When I like something, when I enjoy it, I'm just like, oh, so excited, and I want other people to know. But so definitely if you're into kind of fantasy that kind of swings in and out of a little bit of horror, and just, good characters. Okay, sorry, I think I was getting a phone call or something. Okay, we'll just see in editing what happened. If I have voiceover on while I'm recording, you are going to hear blah, 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 the whole time. So, and I also don't know how centered I was. Again, my children are not here, and yes, I do treat my children as slaves. Nail polish. But anyway, I'm doing it on my own is what I'm saying. So my lighting's not great, and I know how to turn the frickin' lights on, but I just didn't know what it's actually looking like. Anyway, whatever, that's not what this is about. So I definitely would recommend this book, Gallant. I think it was saying how the characters are just really well done. For me, that is what makes a story, not so much the plot, but the characters. I just love character-driven stories. And regardless of the genre, like if the characters are even if they're not relatable, but just so created with so much depth, that's to me what makes a really good story. So I think if you equally enjoy stories that are very character driven, but then also, are well-rounded by having a good plot, I think this is definitely something for you. So definitely check out Gallant by V.E. Schwab. And I've read a couple other books this week that I just was like, wasn't really into, but I'll mention them just in case you might want to check them out. One of them is Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. I think it's Buffalo Hunter, I'm pretty sure. He's a well-known horror writer. This was one of the highly anticipated books of this past year for horror. I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. It just wasn't for me. I tried really, really hard. I just couldn't get into it. Maybe sometime I'll have to take a different route. Maybe I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to read it. Because sometimes that happens. I'll pick up a book and I'm like, not for me. And then years later, I'll pick it up again. I'm like, I love this. So who knows? But also I read, I just finished reading it. Withered Hill. And who was that author? I want to say Charles Barnett. That might be right. Again, another book that I really wanted to get into it. I just, based on, on paper, it just seemed like it would totally be my book. My cup of coffee. But I just couldn't get into it. I finished it, but it didn't work for me. I don't know, but it might for somebody else. So who knows? So those are two books you can definitely check out, see if you might be into them. It wasn't so much for me. But definitely I enjoyed Gallant by V.E. Schwab. Definitely put it on the high on the list of high things to recommend. And I have another book that I'm really excited to share with you, and I think that'll be the next one. And guys, I read a lot in a week. Like, I don't sleep, so because I don't just sit around and read all day. Oh, that would be amazing. For those of you who work for like publishing companies and you read like the slush pile, that would be a dream job for me. Like, that's just like reading all the stuff that, you know, maybe isn't the immediate, yes, let's say yes to this, but I don't know, that would be my dream job. But anyway, and yet I still manage to read several books a week. I just love reading. I read pretty quick. So again, I thought, why not share? Why not share what I'm reading? So for this book number 2 recommendation, definitely check it out. I liked it a lot. And in fact, I want to read more by this author now. So I hope everybody is starting to have a good Halloween season. We are going to be getting decorations. Actually, I wanted to get decorations up by now, but it just hasn't happened. So things need to be pulled out of storage, and every year I kind of have to determine, okay, because I have so much that it's like, okay, what am I putting out this year? What isn't going to work? What do we need that's new? But sorry, I'm looking for something that fell. But I'm just really preparing for this season. For us, the holiday season starts at Halloween, and also we celebrate Samhain or Samhain. So I think I'm going to for that celebration, I'm going to make a stew and some homemade bread. Just for this celebration of kind of the final harvest and ending of the season and moving into the winter, and where we let things kind of go to ground, go to fallow, and kind of, you know, await the returning of the light. So anyway, to everybody, I love you. I hope you're having a wonderful October, regardless of what you celebrate or don't celebrate. And definitely check out Gallant by V.E. Schwab. All my lovelies, I hope you're staying safe, positive, happy, and let me know if you're going to dress up for Halloween. I am going to be a witch, of course, but I need to find some shoes. I need to get some pointy black shoes, but I don't want to spend a ton of money. So, but I also want something that I could wear else, you know, for other things. So I'm still kind of looking. But anyway, let me know what your plans are for Halloween, if you want to dress up and what you want to dress up as.